Hello, my friend. Welcome to Reiki Session. You are all cocooned in comfort here in the Reiki room, our little Reiki cave. And just know that I'm sending you so much love and support. Today's session is based on one of your requests. So whenever I upload every Wednesday and Sunday, I upload it Wednesdays and Sundays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, every single Wednesday and Sunday. And when I do, I love chatting with you in the comments after uploading, and one of you shared that you've been feeling really hopeless, and you requested a session for feeling hopeless and feeling depressed. And I really wanted to give you a resource and several resources here. In all of my sessions, I link different hotlines that you can call if you're really struggling. So if you're really struggling, then I have those resources listed below. One of them is LifeNet, and then you can also contact, I can't remember the acronym now, it's like SAMHSA or SAMHSA, but it's the Substance Abuse and Mental Health. They have a website and there's a phone number that you can call. So if you're really struggling, there are warm lines that you can call. If you're just, maybe you're not in crisis, but you're just feeling, you're just in the kind of doldrums, that can be really helpful. So I just wanted to mention that here before we get too far into this session. And I just want you to know that I'm sending you love with my whole heart, and that I know that you can get through this. I believe in you. I think you're so strong and resilient, and just know that I'm sending you, so much love. When I just went like that and touched my heart, I realized I don't have any of my jewelry on. So I think I'm going to put on some of that jewelry. The session today, I really wanted to find balance and alignment and all of that. But I really want to empower you, because I think when we're feeling hopeless, it's very disempowering. It's sort of that sense of hopelessness can kind of suck all of our sense of power and sense of self with it. And so I want you to feel at least 10% more empowered by the end of this session. That's my goal here for today's session. But we're going to be balancing that with a lot of gentle energy, and obviously the energy that I'll be giving you is very loving. So I'm going to go get my warrior. I like calling that necklace that I have. I got it at a flea market long years ago. But it's sort of like my armor. I think maybe that's what we need right now. You need to feel like a warrior. So I'll go get that. There we go. Maybe you can't tell, but that feels much better to me. So let's begin here by starting to slow our breathing down. Sometimes the sense of hopelessness can be paired with anxiety, and sometimes it's paired with depression, and sometimes both, maybe an oscillation between the two. But I think no matter what, when we invite a sense of calm into our energetic space, when we invite some calm into our mental plane, I don't think that ever hurts. So let's gently try to slow down our breathing, okay? This dress that I'm wearing is very crinkly. See, can I lift it? I think that's a really nice sound. So hopefully that helps you relax as well. We're going to begin by lighting our candle and setting our intention. And this is a black candle, oak, moss, and fern that is here for protection. Black candles are wonderful for protection. And I want you to know that although you are struggling right now, you are safe, you are protected. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and in perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for empowering you, for supporting you while you find hope again, and for just being here while you're moving through this. When we try to ignore what's going on, I think it's incredibly brave when any of you share what you're moving through in the comments. And when we share what we're moving through, when we can acknowledge what it is that we're experiencing, even when it's vulnerable or uncomfortable, or maybe we feel that it's intolerable for us to sit with, when we can acknowledge what's actually there, that's when we can then start the process of healing. But if we're unwilling to look at what's going on, what we're actually feeling, what we're actually moving through, then we can never begin that process of healing it. So even though you're feeling the way that you are right now, it is an indication that you are acknowledging what's there, which is the first step towards healing. The other aspect I just want to remind you of here is that you have survived everything you've been through in your life thus far. You are incredibly resilient. You are so much stronger than you know. And this feeling, it's not forever. And again, I think it's incredibly important that we reach out to mental health professionals when we're feeling this way, connecting with people, talking to people. I think talk therapy is so powerful and beneficial. And I think, talking to friends, using this, please use this as a platform to help you move through anything and receive that support that you need, because this is like the loveliest group of people that you'll ever connect with. You're so incredibly kind and generous and loving, and so if you need some support right now, reach out. Say, I'm really struggling with this. I could just use some positive energy my way. And I know, when you read the comments, it's like someone will share something that they're moving through. And whether it's positive or, I just got a new job, or whether it's something that one of you are struggling with, you will just respond in so much support and love and validation. There are so many of you who share, and I know those of you who don't like being in the comments, I totally understand, but just that energy that you're having by being here. And those of you who share in the comments things like, this is what I hope for all of you to experience today. I hope all of you have a day filled with abundance and love or whatever, and you have these wonderful ways of sharing that, and energetically it just makes me so happy to see that. So this is a safe, happy, comfortable place, and I do my best to monitor the comments, particularly right when the video goes up. That's why I try to do that. But I know that you all are good about that too, reaching out to me when there's something going on. So I want to thank you all for that and for just being such an amazing community. So this is a safe space. It really is. I work hard to try and make it a safe space, and I hope you feel that. Because we're not dealing with light things here. These can be very intense, and it can be a lot. So just know that I'm aware of that and sending you a lot of love. So if you wanted to set your intention here, whatever it is, it can be a small intention that you just want some support. It can be general, it can be really specific. But as long as it's serving your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves, then we can honor that intention and see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable. Let me just move that. And you can use this flame to set your intention, using that beautiful fire element to set your intention here. So we'll leave our little woodwick candle here. And I'll just flicker away there. And I have some tea tree and cedar wood. Tea tree and cedar wood, essential oils mixed in with some moon water. And I really want you to just allow this beautiful, very empowering mist. I love using tea tree for confidence and for that sense of refreshing energy. And cedar wood for grounding. It's going to be an aspect of our healing today. It's just helping you to ground, okay? So I'm going to spray this mist through your aura. And then I have this little fan. I was looking for fans for you the other day for our sessions. And I found a couple, but I think I want to get one that's very natural looking, that I can open and close like this, that's maybe cream and brown, something like that. So I've got my eyes peeled. I'm going to start looking on Etsy and see if I can find anything. There's another. I think I would like to play around with a fabric fan that has that beautiful flowing fairy-like fabric. It's wonderful. So maybe I'll do something like that, like a silk fan without using silk. Maybe someday. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to spritz and then move this energy around, okay? And all you have to do is just melt into the present moment, sink into the here and now. Oh, you guys, I love that smell so much. I really like florals. I love rose and lavender and chamomile, and I really like geranium, but cedar wood and tea tree, for me, they're just such healing scents. sensing it all through your body. Okay. I'm going to use this incense from thepureincense.com. I've talked about them so much. You know the drill. I love this company. Little family-owned company. Women-run company. Lovely incense, beautiful hand-rolled. Gorgeous scents. Very, very reasonably priced. Just a wonderful, wonderful product, wonderful business. So we're lighting this incense off of our candle that's making a lot of noise right now. Preserving the intention that we've set. And then we'll use the smoke to clear anything that doesn't serve that intention. But first, I'm going to draw our sacred symbols outside of your heart space here, my friend, okay? Okay. May I please see your right palm? Thank you. Just about that far outside of your palm. Just doing some clearing, and then I'll flip your palm and just do some clearing like that. Okay, and now I'll flip it and I'll go underneath. There we go. Gorgeous. And may I see your left palm, please? Okay. Good. And you can offer up anything you'd like to be cleared there, okay, my friend? Now flip your palm. Good, underneath. Good. You can put your palms down wherever is comfortable for you now. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. You can offer up anything to be cleared. If you're starting to recognize, okay, yeah, there's something here that wants to be released, you can offer that up. Okay, gorgeous. I hope that the sounds that this is making are still relaxing. That the candle isn't too squeaky. It's making funny noises. I have a series of crystals that I'm gonna put along your body to create a little grid. And I just want you to feel nice and supported here, okay? So I'm gonna start off by placing this piece of petrified wood. I wanted to invite this in for a sense of grounding. I want you to ground in truth, ground in reality. Sometimes when we are caught in hopelessness, the sense of despair is creeping in, we start to lose grip on reality. And the reality is that very often we're not able to see any of the wonderful things that we have in our lives when we are so in survival mode, you know? It's really hard to appreciate the color of the sky at sunset, or that person who reached out to us, or a smile from a stranger. It's hard to even see those things when we are so consumed in that survival mode. So I want to validate what you're going through and what you're moving through, and also just help you to start to plant the seeds of reality here, recognizing that there are so many things to be grateful for. You might not be able to connect to those right now. That might be too big of a step, but just to even start to sense the flavor of that. And then I want to invite in this tiger's eye. Inviting in this tiger's eye. And this is all about empowerment. Helping you to recognize your strength, your power, how resilient you are, how much moxie you have, untapped moxie, and to really connect with that, connecting with your strength and your power, because I know it exists, I know it's there. But it's hard to connect to when we're moving through what you're moving through. So this is a balancing act between empowering you and validating you. So validating where you are, acknowledging where you are, recognizing where you are, and also having a great deal of empathy for where you are, and also reminding you of your value, your worth, how worthy you are of putting up that fight and fighting through this, how worthy you are of being here, how incredible you are, how much I love you, how worthy you are of love and care and kindness. And just know that you can get through this. I know you can. I know you can. I'm not sure if you can hear, but it just started raining. Nice autumn rain. I have 2 other stones. I'm going to place this yellow calcite. You can see it almost looks wet. It's a wonderful, super tactile stone. It feels like Jolly Ranchers, like hard candy. It's a great stone. Yellow calcite is wonderful for tapping into joy and confidence. And sometimes joy and confidence can feel so elusive when we are in that state of hopelessness. So just doing our best to make that as available as possible. And just to remind you that joy still exists when we are there. It still exists in the world. Joy isn't fake. Sometimes, I've gone through periods of hopelessness and despair and rock bottom, and it's incredibly tempting in those moments at those times to feel that, joy or lightheartedness that's not real. What I'm feeling is real. That's what I would experience. And that was definitely a lie that I was telling myself to keep myself in that space. And it's all self-protection. I felt that if I allowed myself to sense into joy, that I would be hurt. So it didn't feel real. And because it was so far away from my ability to see or feel that, it was so out of reach for me that I truly believed that it wasn't. Nobody else who could experience that. If I could, no one else could, right? We get in that sort of tunnel that it's like we put on the blinders to the reality of the world. And in truth, always feeling happy and always feeling joyful, that's very unlikely, right? But just as there are moments of struggle and difficulty in life, so are there moments of lightness and laughter and love and joy. And it's the integration of the two that makes a life. So it's just important to start to tether ourselves to the truth a little bit more. And we can do little things for ourselves to help us. But a lot of the times, those things that we can do for ourselves, they are things we can do when we're not in that state, right? So what I started to do was when I would slowly get out of that state, even for just half an hour or a day or something, that's when I would then harness that energy, and I would write myself little notes about what was true, what is true, so that if I was sinking back into that state of depression or hopelessness, I could have these little reminders of, this isn't how you always feel, this isn't how it's always going to be, it will shift out of this, little reminders of the truth. And speaking of shifts, this blanket really likes to shed fluffies. This is a Kambaba jasper, and I love using this stone for support during times of transition and transformation. And I do think that when we are feeling hopeless and lost, it is creating an opportunity to crack through something, to break through a barrier, a blockage, and shift and transform. It's hard to see that in the moment, and I think sometimes when we try to rush the process and see the positive in the situation the second that it happens, boom, there we go, I'm good, I'm healed, I can see it all, we kind of rob ourselves of the opportunity of moving through that, and we might not have processed it, and then it might just come up again in a different way, in a different form, stronger, less capable of kind of controlling our reaction to it. So I hope that makes sense the way I phrased that, but it's really important to process it. But it's also really important to recognize that this isn't how you're going to feel forever. And it's really important to recognize that this could potentially crack open the shell a little bit for some expansion and for breaking through blockages that have been present for you for a long time. So I have a few stones that I want to use here. I want to use this blue lace agate. Blue lace agate. This is such a wonderful stone for gentle communication, gentle and loving communication. And I really want you to start to set a boundary with yourself, okay? I want you to make a promise to me that when you start engaging in any negative self-talk, I just want you to stop. Stop what you're doing. If you're mindlessly scrolling on Instagram or something like that, and you start to notice, that you're starting to go into those, like sink into the vortex of negative self-talk, stop what you're doing, put your phone down. If you're, engaging in a conversation or you're watching something and it starts to happen, just stop. I want you to get up. I want you to move your body. I want you to go and do something else. I want you to shift that energy because you don't deserve to speak to yourself that way. And it's really important to recognize that we don't have to believe everything that we think. Sometimes our brains will tell us really hurtful things about ourselves, and it's because they're trying to protect us from something. They're trying to prevent us from doing something, prevent us from feeling something so that we feel safe. But very often it ends up making us feel worse, and it's not utilized properly. So we really want to, that's why talking to someone who's a mental health care professional can help us align all of that. So I really want you to start to recognize that we can set these boundaries with ourselves around our thoughts, okay? Gently placing this right there. Beautiful. Okay. And both of these stones are for calm. Howlite, wonderful stone for relaxation and calm. Gray and white, beautiful stone. And then I have this Botswana agate, another wonderful stone for a sense of calm and peace, but it has a very loving quality to it. Beautiful stone, so I'm going to place these just here on either side. Gorgeous. I have two other stones. These are the last ones I'm going to be using. And this is a rainbow fluorite. Wonderful stone for focus. And I want you to recognize that you can control where you put your focus. I want you to recognize that self-mastery is possible, that you can control what you're focusing on. And that's incredibly important and incredibly empowering. You can control where you put your focus. And when we can do that, we can start the process of shifting some of this energy that's going towards that pit. We can start to shift it. So I'm going to actually just place this on either side of your head, okay? Because this seems, it would be a little heavy to put on your third eye. Actually, that might feel really nice. Let me go ahead and put this on your third eye. I think actually it's not too heavy and the weight of it, it's flat enough. I think that'll feel really nice. I've never placed this stone on someone's third eye before, but I think it'll feel really, really nice. Okay, here we go. Very gently. Gorgeous. I think that's really good. Next I have this amethyst. And this is a wonderful stone of clarity and sobriety. Look how it sparkles. It's such a divine stone, so spiritually aligned, beautiful. And it's sparkling from the light outside, sort of golden light. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's sort of mesmerizing. So for this, I do want to encourage you. We can use this stone for clarity. We can use this stone for a connection to the divine. We can use this stone for remaining spiritually aligned. But I also want to call in the sober properties of this stone. It's called the stone of sobriety. And if you are feeling hopeless, lost, depressed, if you're feeling any of these low vibrational things, emotions, then I really want to encourage you for a time to disconnect from any kind of substances or behaviors that can be considered addictive. I don't want you to stop, drinking coffee or tea if that makes you feel good, or eating chocolate or something like that if that makes you feel good. But if your way of coping with this sense of hopelessness is to, drink or smoke or take recreational drugs, or to engage in, whether you're engaging in something, disordered eating, pornography, if you're struggling with any kind of addiction at all, or engaging with behaviors or with substances that can be very addictive, highly addictive, if you're gambling, any of these things, and again, that substance abuse hotline can be really helpful for that as a resource. I would just suggest at this time of hopelessness, cessation of these kinds of things is going to invite a sense of clarity over what's actually going on with you. Very often we use these substances to help, protect us from these things that we're not willing to experience or feel. And in reality, when we're doing that, what we're doing is we're completely cutting ourselves off from our experience, and we're cutting ourselves off from reality, and we're cutting ourselves off from our ability to begin healing. It removes us, and we can see it as an escape, but it's not healing us, it's not helping us, it's not getting us to a point where we're going to be able to start really feeling better. It's something that I did, and it has changed my life. I can't even begin to describe or explain how much it's changed my life. I'm just a different person than I was. And it's meant that I've been able to heal things that I just thought were part of who I was. It's incredible, and recognizing that can be a beautiful step in the process. So even if, let's say, you're not addicted to alcohol, let's say you're not an alcoholic, but that you've noticed that you've been drinking a little bit more since you've been feeling down or low, the alcohol won't help you. It's not going to help. I'm very passionate about this. I've been sober for a while now. And I do think that it's just important to start recognizing what it is that we're engaging in and what our expectation of that is. And then starting to slowly combat that with reality. So I just would encourage you, if you're open to it, there's no judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. But if you're open to it, do try stopping the things that you're using to escape from the reality of this. Again, I don't mean, let's say you're watching this video to feel better. We're not really escaping from it in this video, but let's say you watch one of my other videos, or, on my other channel I have my ASMR channel, I have lots of like fantasy role plays and things like that that are really just meant to, I mean, it was to help me express myself artistically and creatively. And I love writing, I love acting, I love doing all of that, but also, and like creating these characters and building little sets and stuff. And I love journeying through storytelling and ASMR and all of it. So it's like a perfect kind of combination for me. But those stories were meant to help you relax and help you kind of unwind at the end of a difficult day, or if you're having trouble sleeping, to focus your mind on something that feels supportive and loving. I'm not saying that you should stop watching things like that or engaging in little things that bring you joy, but you know what I mean. It's about those deep addictive things that only you can really know that you're engaging in, that are preventing you from facing reality in some way. I hope that makes sense. I know it's a sensitive subject when we're talking about addiction, but just know I'm not coming at this from a naive perspective. I'm someone who has moved through that darkness of addiction, and so I'm here to support you and help you through this. And if you are somebody who isn't sure whether or not you're struggling with an addiction, the best thing you can do is to stop doing it and then see what happens. Speak to somebody. Speak to somebody about it. Seek help. I'll leave all that down below. Obviously not sponsored, but just for support, I always leave that information down below. Okay, my love. I'm going to place this above your crown. Let's see, will this hurt if I put this on your crown? No, that feels fine, actually. That kind of feels nice. It probably looks silly. But I think that's nice, actually. I'm going to place that right on your crown. I think it'll be really nice. So again, this is what's going to be on your crown. Beautiful, healing, magical, clear, clarifying, purifying stone. So placing that right here. Wonderful. I'm going to use this rattle. I love using this rattle for really shaking up the energy. It's got a very powerful kind of energy. It really shakes things up. It's like clacking and clicking, and I love it. And it's wonderful for this, to shake up your energy, to help you recognize your power, to kind of shake you out of this and help you understand that there's so much that you can do for yourself to help yourself, that you can move through this, that I know you have a beautiful, bright future ahead of you, and you're going to feel joy again, and you're going to feel happy again, and you're going to feel hopeful again. You will. It's just about moving through this, and also recognize there's nothing wrong with you because you feel this way. This is something that needs to be moved through. It needs to be processed. There's just something untended to, unhealed here that just needs some healing and attention. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're whole, and you're beautiful and wonderful and worthy. We just need to shake this energy up a little bit right now. lifting up your energy. Uplifted. Good. Good, 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 good. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative and emotionally balanced. You are safe. You are so, so safe. Thank you so much for joining me. I am sending you all the love I can muster. Take really good care of yourself. Take good care of each other, okay? And until we meet again, be so, so well. I love you. Hello, my lovely, lovely patrons. This session is going to be all about just like sending love into the hands. Our palms are these like entry and access points for so many different energies to flow in. So doing Reiki hand massages I find really helpful. So soothing. So I'm just going to be sending this energy towards you. I love using things from nature to send healing energy. You know I love using things like driftwood, stones, all the earthly elements. I love using water as a healing element. Good. So sending that love towards you, and see if you can just maybe breathe it in. Fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and achieve objectives. Cool. This is going to be a really powerful time for you. 2 super empowering cards. You have this fiery energy, and you have like the earth and the roots and the ancestors. It's like star and earth and fire. Find as comfortable a position as you can. Maybe close your eyes. You could lie down, whatever feels right for you. And let's begin today with gratitude. Whatever position you find yourself in, bring to heart one thing for which you are grateful.